I want to give you a couple of hints why your planning or supply chain planning, supply chain management organization may not yet be supply chain fit. And I'll give you a couple of points in no specific order. And point number one is having a replenishment team as part of your logistics team, like deployment planning, distribution requirements planning. And actually, this may maybe optimize your costs and you have full trucks, full containers, but you completely forget the customer service side. And you may actually, in hindsight, have much more costs, as you need to have expedite deliveries, additional deliveries, have multiple deliveries, etc. And you may not have the right priority setting. Number two, treating all planning roles the same. There are multiple planning roles and you need to go for expertise and not just general planners in some functions. So obviously a real red flag is to combine demand and supply planning. You must really not do that. But even in supply planning, you may want to separate materials planning, scheduling, inventory planning, end-to-end network planning, and simple, let's say, kind of S&OP kind of based supply planning. If you want to know more, I have plenty of videos, especially in German, on my Supply Chain College YouTube channel. The next one is about not having real end-to-end supply chain planners. You need planners who are managing the plan and not just spend all the time in creating the plan. So that means you need ultimately one planning entity or job, let's say, who end-to-end over all distribution centers, central warehouses, production sites, suppliers, sets the priorities and ensures that they are kept and that you balance the triangle in the right way, what you aligned on strategically. In this one I will give you 2 points combined. The one is not having clear planning time fences, so horizon concept or however you want to call it. So that means where does scheduling start and end? Where does midterm technical planning start and end? For how many weeks, let's say, you will hand over data to production, planning and manufacturing, procurement? On which levels do you do order-based? On which level do you time series planning? And that also means, the second point actually connected to that is, I really believe scheduling and supply planning, end-to-end planning needs to be in the same team. Otherwise you are not really synchronized, you're not using opportunities, you're not leveraging the role to double do a lot of stuff. That means planners and schedulers need to be part of the same team. A simple example is a real red flag when I would do an audit, that you're actually not planning properly. So that means you're over planning your production lines, screwing up the stock projections and time series based tactical decisions. And you must not do that. This one is a super simple one. Very old school supply chain from the 80s concept. Having blanket stock targets. So whenever I would go do an audit and I see for the bloody finished goods and even for one pack material having the same stocks, whatever, 7 days, 21 days, you name it, and all the same, you don't have a real segmentation, differentiation. Some stocks, or excuse me, need more stocks, others less. Preferably you have a bit of a multi-echelon logic, where you hold more materials or components, where you hold more finished goods, and especially do you hold them in a central warehouse or in a distribution center. That's really important. Another sign that your organization may not be supply chain fit is that your procurement team is placing orders at suppliers. I really believe the bigger the organization, the more it should be really in supply chain management and supply chain planning. So the operational procurement done in planning, technical strategic procurement done in procurement. And hence you have more expertise on all sides. One is running the show, the operations, the other one selecting the suppliers, nurturing them, giving your organization the right cost structure. And as people don't have enough retention to all these long form videos, I keep it here, I wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Comment if you agree, disagree, all fine. And actually also if you wonder if all my teams I have led or I'm leading are perfect, absolutely not. But that's my guiding principles to win in the end with the organization and the team. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, let me know and we will do another series of those. I will keep doing sports now without you. Stay fit, take care of your body, your mind and your organization to become supply chain fit. Bye bye.